What's going on, guys? It's Shawnee Salami. It's always fun doing Lionspire, and this is one of the ones I find most fun to defend. I usually switch to defense on these, and I've really been liking the teutonic armor with the helmet to go along with it lately, so really been vibing with Agatha. So the last few days I haven't really been on, but this was good to get back in the swing of it. I really do love this game. I'm not getting burnt out or anything, but I didn't have the capture card, so I just kind of took a few days to play other games until I get it back. Like, there's some issues with it, but it does seem okay now. But we are having problems with live commentary. Long story short, the video quality isn't what it should be based on doing it that way. So what we're going to do in place of live commentary is I'm going to start streaming, guys. So I'm going to put my Twitch down below in the pinned comment. If you want to follow me on there, that's going to be like something else I do. I think maybe I'll try other games as well, just for something to do. But nothing is going to replace this channel. This is always going to be priority number one. It's always going to have the post-game commentary, montages, stuff to switch it up, things like that. But it definitely would be a cool way to branch out and try something else and not take away from this. And I really do wish that live commentary thing was viable. But if you take a look at that video, the quality just was all over the place. Now let's get into the gameplay, where we're going to get in a really extended 1vx here where they just would not stop coming. I'm always cautious of that catapult getting team killed by it. So this has a roof over it, and then I can get to the ammo crate and get some heals in. So this was like one never-ending 1vx. It felt like every time I downed some guys, 3 more showed up. You're going to see that in a second as we try and get a heal in, just so we can be full health, because we know we're kind of in for it now. What you do love to see is this other guy has my mentality of we're going to die together, the War Axe guy. Unfortunately, I give him a whack there, but he's going to go down fighting with me. And now this is where it gets a little crazy, because he goes down and we're just going to be a one-man army basically. And there's heavy maces, 200 hammers, two of the worst weapons you want to fight against if you're a knight. Just all hell breaks loose now. I'm going to let this clip speak for itself. So yeah, that's a lot of kills. Shout out Mrs. Rockwaller, by the way. She could have very easily killed me during that. Level 1000. She's a good friend. Now, let's be honest. It did help us out big time that there was a lot of like low levels there. A lot of them were default cosmetics, but it was really just a matter of staying calm for me. I don't know why I didn't stress that, like want to get the cool clip or anything, but we got it done. And this guy must have been one of the people I killed. He's very upset. He's teabagging me a good 30 seconds, even as I'm respawning. Kind of a regular occurrence now that the YouTube has gotten attention. Is what it is, though. I guess we'll give him his 15 seconds of fame. And after the respawn and heading back, we get in a pretty cool longsword dance, 1 versus 1, but you'll never guess what happens next. So pay attention here, because we're for the casuals on this channel, but sometimes I lose sight of how new some of the players are to the genre or this game. And you want to target switch every time you're in a 1vx. Every time you attack, and then you go for your counter, riposte, whichever, then you go attack a different guy. Because someone in the comments, I wish I had their name in front of me, but I couldn't find it, which video it was pointing out that it's how reckless people get. That you use that to your advantage when you're in a 1vx. And I don't think I've made a good enough job pointing that out. And target switching is so important when you're fighting multiple people, because they are going all out. They want you dead. They want their kill. Even over the other guys sometimes is what they're thinking about if they're selfish like that. And that's something I learned when I first played this genre in Mordhau, that's the name of the game in those. And from being a day one player for this game and having a lot of hours, I think sometimes I forget the very first things I learned. If you have any tips of your own for beginners and people just starting, comment them below and I could shout you out as I come across them and they're relevant in gameplay. Really solid job by the team here. They're all around the battering ram doing a really great job. I miss a stab here, and then it forces me into a bad position. I go for a nice fly. So after a few quick deaths, I'm realizing I gotta really get it together here because they're starting to break the gate down, and it looked like for a minute we were going to be able to hold them stage 1, but this one's always a given. So now I'm going to die one more time, and then it's going to be what, like I always say, guys, when you get frustrated, you got to slow it down. So that's what I'm going to do after this, after we plead helplessly for someone to get us up. Spoiler alert, doesn't happen. This is another like in-between kind of moment, the stages, where it is kind of awkward because the gate just got broken and they're going to go to the town square, but if you go up to kind of stop their progress, you're just going to die. And that's what I end up doing. So we're going to get a quick death here. Go say hi to everyone at the spawn wave. So I did die once AFK while I was frantically searching for batteries, so that's not really in the video because I didn't really get to fight back. I just kind of trimmed that out. But this was kind of interesting because they're starting to take the town square when I'm dead. And the game was pretty even, so it was kind of cool. It felt like I was maybe the difference in what was between like a win and a loss. When you have a lot of hours in the game, this is one of those things that could be really rewarding, is when you feel like you were the difference that maybe didn't carry the team. Like I definitely didn't carry them, but I was maybe the part that pushed them over the edge to a win. Now we're going to run into one of the true Chads of Chivalry 2. This man doesn't care about his kills or his deaths. He's just going to jump down like a madman, and he's going to go all vibes. Unfortunately, he falls down. That part wasn't great, but we will pretend that didn't happen. I love players like that. I'm thirsty for some kills, but I'm doing a good job of making sure I'm staying in the town square, and it's also making me stay alive because I'm not overextending either. Now I'm praying this archer is going to accidentally hit me so I have an excuse to troll him and break his brazier, but it does not happen. It's okay though, there will be plenty of archers to troll in the future. I forgot about that. Look at that, old 700 Warhorn. That's one of the highest ones I've ever had. Usually I have pretty bad luck with those, or I just use them at the wrong time, but 700, we take that any day of the week. So now with victory pretty much assured, I'm going to go on a side quest to try and get over to the ballista guy and kill him. I don't make it, but then we run into a man without a weapon. This was pretty funny, so I'm going to throw him it to see if he wants to fight after noticing he doesn't have one, but too many people come and he doesn't pick it up anyway. No memeing today, I suppose. After that fight and victory being just seconds away, you know I gotta hype the boys up. That's what we do. And another win in the books, guys. It was a really fun one. 65 takedowns, 32 kills, and just 13 deaths despite that streak in the middle there that was going on for a while. Love you guys. See you in the next one.